2020 was quite the year, and it's finally ending. I went through a lot of businesses. Most of them failed. Almost all of them failed, except for one, which I'll get to at the very end. But today's video is going to be about how much moolah that I made in 2020 as a teenager, also during quarantine. That's a mouthful. Let's go. So I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really make that much money. Well, it's a good amount, but I really didn't make like as much as I could because in the first half of the year I was running businesses that weren't very profitable, and then they all failed because of COVID, and so that's not good. But let's just get started with it. So just real fast, in January and February both, I was reselling items on eBay. I would go to stores like Ross, mainly thrift stores, or just like discount stores like Ross or like Marshall's, and I would pick up either new clothes, shoes, or like vintage clothes, which would sell really good, or like some vintage collector's items. And in these 2 months, I only made $200 profit. Now in March is whenever all of COVID happened, and so I couldn't really go into the stores anymore to buy stuff in order to resell. And so I had to switch to online, and I was like, well, let's just stick with eBay, but let's try drop shipping. Apparently that's supposed to be a great, amazing thing, but it's really not. Everyone's like, you got all these gurus and crap, but it's really not all that great, and I actually lost money. I lost like $50 to $100 on this. It really didn't work out that good. Now in April, I made a little bit more money because last month was in the negative. But this month I resold phones, or I tried to. I only resold one phone, which I sold for $250. I bought for like $150, and then I resold on eBay, and so I only made like $100 that entire month, and I only sold one phone. So pretty trash month, but it's better than the $50 to $100 I lost on eBay drop shipping, so that's fun. Now it's May, and I don't know what happened, but eBay was like, hey, you only made $100, but we're gonna invoice you $110. And so now, for no reason, and so eBay like banned me for some reason, and so now I can't use eBay, and so I'm out of money. I depend on eBay for all 3 to 4 businesses already. And so now I gotta think of a new business. And also we're in the midst of COVID, and I already tried a new online business. And so I had to find some type of business that is gonna be like the essential businesses. And I came up with auto detailing. And so in May, I decided to, just spend all my money and invest it all in detailing. And so I spent a little over $1,000 that I had saved up into all my equipment. I already had a car worth like $700, but so I'm working on my '07 Honda Accord. It'd be bussin', but yeah, I spent a little over $1,000 on my equipment, shoved it in the back of my Honda Accord, and started working, but not really right away because I couldn't really find any clients for like the first month or 2. So it wasn't until July that I got my first client, and it was like right before 4th of July because they wanted their car to look nice and stuff. And it was a full interior and a wash and wax. And then I remember that so clearly. I undercharged myself. All of that together was only $100. I got lucky that he tipped me $25, which is huge, but I underpriced myself insanely back. Really, it kind of clicked how this whole detailing thing was gonna work. And so I really started picking that up because school hadn't even started yet. And so for the month of July, I pulled in $1,300, which was a pretty great month. And after investing a little over $1,000 into everything for my equipment, I came out on the green. And one more thing to add, right before all of the COVID stuff happened, I decided to take my stocks out that I had already invested through my father, and that ended up bringing in around 33% return from $900 around, and so I brought out around $1,300 right before March. And then the rest is self-explanatory. From July to now, December, and on forward, it has only been auto detailing because everything else I've tried has made a tiny bit of money, if not lost money, and then it failed. And so I'm gonna read off the numbers now. So July I made $1,300, and then the next month, August, I made $700, because the majority of August was like still summer, and then school started, and so it dropped off, but $700. And then September, it's the middle of school, so I made $200, just going down. And then October, 65, and then I had Thanksgiving break, and then fall break in the month of November, I think, and so it went back up. I got $250, and then this month I made $300, and so I'm slowly going back up. Stonks is up, and now that is a good bit of money just from detailing. And so if we add up my profits from auto detailing and then that $1,300 from the stocks, and we add it all together, it's around $3,000 for the year of 2020. And so I would say it's a pretty successful year. I went through 3 different businesses that failed, and then COVID screwed us all in the butt. But I figured out a way to make, I wouldn't say the best out of it, but make something out of it. And I'd say pocketing $3,000 is pretty good. Now for next year, I'm planning on making $10,000. If you haven't already seen that video on how I plan to reach my financial goals for 2021, you can click that video. Just uploaded it yesterday on the grind, but I'm not gonna upload again until the 30th, so a few days. So yeah, I'm actually gonna be starting a series on that sometime soon, from starting with $0 to $10,000 just in a year. And so that's gonna be a cool series that y'all can tune into. But that was the video. Thank y'all for watching. Subscribe, like, dislike if you want to. Comment down below how hype you are for the new $0 to $10,000 series. And I'll see y'all in the next video.